Good morning, Buccaneer fans, and welcome to Sioux City IBP Ice Arena for this morning's breakfast matchup between the Bucs and the Flyers from Ames. We are familiar with each other as we played 4 times already this year, 2 in Ames, 2 in Des Moines. The Bucs holding a 3-1 record over the Flyers. However, Ames got us in the last one 3-2 at the Recplex right before Christmas. This is the 5th place match as both teams finished 3rd in their pools. So they will be playing each other for 5th. Sioux City, the team that Des Moines beats on Friday, will be playing for the championship against Lakeville later today. We will be home before that game even starts. But we got a national anthem coming up, so we will pause for that. All right, Bucs are going to be blue sweaters, red breezers, blue socks. Ames in their white tops with black trim, orange numbers, black breezers, and white socks with black and orange stripes. Hope everyone has their coffee ready and their Danish or their breakfast rolls. We're about ready to get started here. Thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy the game. Walked with it along the near side. Walker now with a shot towards the net. Floats into the corner, walks back to get at the point. Pass can't connect with Ewing. Hence back there. Slap it away. Walked with the shoulder. Dispossesses and pulls it up to Ray Kemper at the far side. Ray Kemper diagonal pass to Walker. Puck goes behind the net. There's a shot, hits the post, goes behind the... Ames clears the zone. Walker and Hentz, or excuse me, Ewing and Hentz back for Bucs. Red Kemper gets it through the neutral zone, has it poked away, backhands it in, and Bucs are going to change. Evan Burke forechecking. Ames also changes. Pass clears the zone. Hazel's pass to Shizzle. Misses the mark. Referee say no icing. Shizzle with it at the far zone. There's a shot by Burke, blocked away. Puck loose in front. Burke's opportunity hits the goalie in the pads and covered up for a face-off. Hazel retrieves the puck behind his own net. Flips it back to Tice. Tice now with it in the corner. Tries to go high off the glass, ends up in the net. We're going to get a face-off. NHL, that's the way of game. Tice will be sitting. This level, it's just a face-off. There's a shot kick saved by Ford out against the far wall. Lambert with it. Flyers knock it back out of the zone. Hazel up to Burns. Lambert grabs it. There's a shot. Flex over into the corner. Heron battling some Ames players. Ames comes out with it. They clear the zone from their own bench. Puck up to the offensive zone and played ahead behind the net. Burns there to retrieve. Burns up to Heron. Takes it out wide, pushes ahead. There's a shot deflected. Rebound attempt knocked away by the goalie. West Main slaps at it from the point. Lambert with the shot on the backside, misses wide. Main with it again. Takes a couple shots at it. Finally knocks it down behind the end line. Lambert in front to Burns. Can't get a stick on it. Kaiser knocks it into the slot. Puck still in the zone. Flyers finally clear. Shot across the goal mouth. Goes to the near wall. Blocked in front by Kaiser. Puck cleared the zone. Referee didn't see it. Says play on. And Flyers get a goal. Ames is going to take a lead on that one. Missed offsides opportunity. Puck still loose. Walker with it up to Rick Hemper. Walk pushes it ahead. James with it in front of his own bench into the neutral zone. Gets set up at center ice. Flyers push it ahead. Ewing with the pass to Walker, tips it on ahead. He's got Walk coming down Main Street, goes into the slot, misses near side, off the back wall, and into the netting behind the goal for a face-off. .9:44 left to go in the period. Bucs trail 1-0. Walk back to Hentz. Back to Reckhemper. Ames plays it off the far boards. E-wing back to retrieve for the Bucs. Pass deflected in the slot. Ames shot never makes it. Puck goes behind the net. Puck is still loose. Hence with it into the offensive zone. Centering pass to Walk. Walk tries to get it in. Walker shot and a score on the rebound. Jensen Walker puts the rebound in from Hentz and walked. And the Bucs tie at 1-1. .8:56 left to go here in the first period. Bucs tie it up. A lot of noise in the corner. There's another shot covered up by Ford, and we'll get a face-off. Hazel with it behind the zone net. Stops and tries to go into the sliding, falling Flyer. Flyers get possession, try the centering pass. Hazel with a check against the boards, causes the pad pass up top. Shizzle with it over to Benning. Benning stops at the half wall, met by a Flyer. Burke comes out with it. There's a shot, saved by Dom. Ames with it along the near boards, pushes it ahead. Tice retrieves for the Bucs behind his own net. Met by a Flyer. Shizzle goes down, still plays it up to Burke. Burke up to Benning. Benning has an opportunity. There's a shot, misses far side of the net. Burns keeps it in as the Bucs are changing behind. Puck hits the ref. Comes loose in front for Lambert. Lambert centering pass. Shot by Heron, covered up by Dom. And there's a goal. Puck was loose in front of the net, and Heron buries it to go up 2-1. Couple Flyers there laying in front of the net. I thought maybe it was under them, but it looked like it squeaked out just to the side netting, or to the side, and Heron puts it in. It didn't help that a couple Flyers are laying on top of their goalie. But so shot in the glove, knocked away. Lambert with it behind the net, takes a shot. Heron goes into the corner, can't get there in time. Flyers clear the zone. On the far side, there's a shot, block it away. Maine clears it out to the wall momentarily. Shot comes in, Kaiser kicks it away. Flyer centering pass goes to the corner. Kaiser tries to backhand it out, hits the point. Heron knocks it down, pushes it aside. Maine's pass to Lambert. Can't connect. We're going to get an icing. 6:06 to go. Bucs on top 2-1. Wentz with it, turns it over in his own end line. Walk there to clean up. Up to Walker. No icing. Reckhemper's there. Flyers play it along the half wall. Hentz keeps it in at the point, whacks it towards the net. Reckhemper gets it in the face-off dot. There's a shot high over the glass or over the net into the glass. Walk now, drives into the slot, misses near side. Walker slaps it, misses the net, comes all the way around and gonna clear the zone. It's gonna end up at our own end line. There's misses and then there's that. Collision at the end line, turned over, nobody in front for Ames. Walker's pass, return to him. Reckhemper now with it, taps it ahead. Reckhemper whiffs on his opportunity. Stick goes over the puck, walked in front. Ames covers it up for a face-off. 4:50 to go. Puck loose along the far boards. Now to the neutral zone. Ames gains the zone. Poked away by Shizzle. Up to Burke. Ames changing behind the play. Burke can't get it. Puck is loose. Ames clears it out. Gathered by Tice in front of the scorer's bench. Backwards to Gavin Hazel. Up to Deacon Benning on the near side. Centering pass to Shizzle. Nobody can get to it. Benning with the backhand. Pushed away the side. Centering pass. Tipped up and into the breadbasket of Westfold. Held for a face-off. Heron wins it to Lambert. Back to Kaiser at the high slot. His shot flecked into the corner. Heron over to Lambert. Centering pass to Burns. Burns on his backhand. Shot in, eaten up by Ames. We'll have another face-off. Ames breaks out of their own end, chips it on ahead. Offsides is going to be the call. Father, son, referee crew. Either that or their names being McCormick are very coincidental. Good passing, D-to-D passing. Kaiser up to Heron. Heron backhands to Lambert. Tries to flick it on backside. Misses wide. Ames with the long diagonal icing. It's going to get waved off as Maine gets there. Sends it back the other way. Burns on the forecheck. Ames going to wave off icing. Over to Lambert. Heron pokes it away into the neutral zone. Three Flyers around. Bodie Burns with it. Backhand pass goes behind the net. Heron gathers. Tries to send it on net. Blocked in front. Heron gets it back on the edge. There's a long diagonal high pass knocked down by the Flyers out of the zone. Lambert gets it on the near side. Flyers are changing. Goes to the end line. Centering pass, nobody there. Burns turnaround shot. Blocked. Bucs changing behind that play. There's a shot and a goal from the point by Ames. Didn't tell if there was a deflection in there or not, but shot came in from the point and ended up in the back of the net, and now we're tied 2-2. Minute 54 left to go in the period. Walker takes the face-off into the offensive zone. We're going to have no icing as that shot was on net. Forces Ford to play it. Ewing tries to chip it ahead. Blocked by a Flyer. Center in the middle of the net. Walker backhands. Pass intercepted on the near wall. Play behind the net. Head collides with blue line. Puck doesn't clear the zone. Walk back to retrieve. Has it taken away from him behind the net. Puck still loose in the offensive zone. No one really with any sustained pressure or possession. Ewing finally gets it, but hits off a Flyer skate behind the net. Hence will retrieve it. Puck's finally cleared down ice. We're not going to have icing. We're going to have a foot race between Walker and a Flyer. They try to clear it out. Reckenper's there to retrieve. Backhands it toward the net. Never gets through. Stopped at the face-off dot. Now we're going to get an icing. Yeah, Bon Jovi for those at home. That was louder than it should have been. Oh. 21 seconds to go in the first period. Score tied 2-2. Tice up to Burke, or Benning at the half wall. There's a shot on net. Eaten up by Westfold. 11 seconds to go in the period. Shot by Burke, hits the stick, goes behind the net, backhanded by Shizzle, hits the side of the net, and the first period's going to end in a 2-2 tie. We'll be back in just a minute for the start of the second period. And we're back for the start of the second period. Score tied 2-2 between the Bucs and the Flyers. Chisel backhand in front of the net. Nobody there for the Bucs. Benning retrieves at the half wall. Back to Tice. Tice shot blocked by a Flyer in front. They're going to go the other way. Into the neutral zone. Played ahead. Too far. Gathered up by Hazel. Clears the zone on the backside. Flyers retrieve. Puck now loose at center ice. Hazel with the cross ice pass of Benning and Burke. Benning's pass in front to Burke. Chisel with an opportunity. Missed the side of the net. Puck squirts free to the boards. Tice pushes it back in. Flyers try to clear. Tice with a shot. Puck around to the far wall. Lambert with it. Centering pass blocked in front. Hazel's shot deflected by Heron in front, wide of the net. Burns with it back to Hazel. Hazel's shot deflected off a defender into the corner. Burns with it. Tries to play it back again. Misses the target. It's going to end up all the way back at our own goalie. Flyers are retrieving. Long pass to Lambert. Heron dispossessed at the blue line, kept in by Hazel. Flyer loses a stick. Collision. Heron comes out with it into the corner. Plays it around the boards. Lambert there to retrieve, pushes it ahead. Heron and Lambert both there, but the puck's not. Puck in the defensive end for the Bucs. Flicked ahead by Heron. Heron and Burns. Heron leaves it for Burns. Burns shot wide of the net. The far side bounces along the boards. Flyers there to retrieve. Burns back. Bucs are going to change. Burns going to take it on his own. Shot in. Finally held up by the goalie and held for a face-off. Walked with it along the blue line. Turnover. Ames going the other way with it. Main back on defense. Blocks the shot. Puck is loose in front. Kaiser plays it around the boards. Walker pushes it ahead. In through the dot. Hits the post and back into the corner. And we had a penalty called on that. Away from the play. Walked called for interference. Not sure. I thought I heard a whistle blow, but it was well behind the play. Nonetheless, Walks is sitting in the box. Bucs are on a penalty kill. Kaiser clears it for the Bucs. We're going to get an offside call and a face-off. Shot on net, hits the blocker and deflects into the goal. Ford made the initial save with the blocker, but it looked like it caromed in. And Ames is going to take a 3-2 lead. Power play goal scored by Ames. 10:36 left to go into the third period, or second period. Burke in the high slot, takes a shot into the net and scores. Evan Burke with a rainbow shot. Ties it up for the Bucs. Just a little shot from the high slot. It was high in the air and dropped onto the ice. And this back and forth game continues. 3-3. Chisel with the shot on net off the face-off. Benning with the high slot, toe drag, loses it. Call that one offsides on the Bucs. Puck loose in front of the bench. Played on ahead. Burke's going to give chase to it at the face-off dots. Backhand pass hits the side of the net. Benning shot in front. Can't connect with Schissel. There's a shot in on net, deflected in front. Benning there in the corner. Another centering pass, deflects off a Flyer skate. And Schissel almost falls over Dom. Earn another face-off. Let's get another line change. Henson Ewing on the ice along with Burns, Heron, and Lambert. Heron wins the face-off straight back. Over to Hentz, plays it into the corner behind the net. Heron pokes it away, over to Burns. Burns shot over to Lambert, Henson off his skates. Heron to Burns to Lambert, skates. And the Bucs are gonna go up 4-3. I didn't get the replay enough in time. Sorry about that. We'll go back and take a look at it later. Graham in a 1-on-1. Beats his defender, takes a shot high up. Dom deflects it up into the netting. A little late on the replay there. Puck's loose all the way down to our own end. No icing. Tice back to retrieve. Shot on net over to Hazel. Hazel plays it high off the glass. Flicked on by Walked. Walked and Raycamp are giving chase. Walked at the end line. Centering pass blocked. Raycamper's still in front. He attacks to the half wall. Gained by the Flyers. Puck loose in front of the Ames bench, gathered by Tice. Played across ice, Raycamper there. Pushes it ahead. Puck goes the other way. We're going to get an icing. With 7:30 to go here in the second period, 4-3 is our score. Bucs got on the board first, followed by 2 from Ames, followed by 2 from Des Moines. Should be 4-3, not 3-3. Apologize for that. Centering pass by Ames in front. Puck is still loose, knocked around. Burke hits the ice. Main there. Main with a shoulder. Gained possession of the puck. Loose in front to Kaiser. Diagonal pass to Benning. Benning with the shot from the high slot. As the Flyer overskated it. Puck is loose in front, Ames with it through the neutral zone. Chips it on ahead as they change behind the play. We're going to get a no icing. Slowed down enough. Heron with the shot, right into the breadbasket and frozen for a face-off. No icing. Came out to play it. Heron with the back check at center ice. With a poke check, not a back check. Ewing with it along the far boards. One too many dangles. Ewing still with it in the corner. Gets taken down, dispossessed. There's a shot in front. It's loose, and we get a goal from... Is that Brody Burns? Puts the puck in the back of the net. Looked like it may have come off of a rebound of an initial shot. Either way, puck is in the back. Bucs are going to go up 5-3 here with 5:20 to go. Burns to Heron into the face-off dot. Leaves it for Burns. Shot hits the side of the post. Goes into the corner. It's a shot well wide in the far corner. Lambert there. Beaten by a Flyer. Burns, Heron, Lambert. Burns up to Lambert. Lambert's shot hits the flyer, deflects into the slot. Heron smacks it in. Puck is still loose, and it's in the goal. I don't know who got that one, but I think it was Burns again. Wasn't sure. I don't see where he poked it through. Graham's shot went into the side of the net. Burns was laying down. I didn't see. Unless it hit Burns as he was laying down. You tell me on this bigger screen here. I'll keep watching. Well, I don't even know if Game Sheets knows what it's going to say. But there's Walker with a shot and a goal. And the Bucs are pouring it on here. Score is now 7-3. We're still trying to get word of what Game Sheet says scored that sixth goal. We'll get that for you here in a second. Walker pokes it away, has another opportunity. Backhand misses wide of the net. Hazel with it. We're going to get a penalty. They gave it to Burns from Heron. So Burns gets the second credit for a second goal. Bucs are going to go on a power play. Or excuse me, penalty kill. Grant walked in the box for roughing. Icing's going to be the call. 3:46 to go here in the period. Bucs on top comfortably 7-3. Right, yes, we are on hat trick alert for, is it next hotel or next tournament? Because we get a home tournament next weekend. So I'm thinking maybe River Falls. Shot goes behind the net. Reckamper there knocks it away. There's a shot on net. Gobbled up by Ryer Ford. Oh, called him boarding, not roughing. You have an iPhone. And shot in, blocked away by Ford to the far side. Ames with it at the blue line. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Ames still on a power play. There's a shot. West Main just takes out whoever was in front of the net. Puck's still very loose. Wrapped around. Uriah's laying on the ground, defense in front. There's a shot, rebound, and a goal. Another power play goal by Ames. A lot of action in front. Ames gets another one, goes to their tally. 7-4 is the score here in the second. Evan Burke with it along the far side into the attacking zone. Takes a shot, deflection off wide. Shizzle misses wide of the net on the rebound. Puck clears out to the neutral zone. Kaiser with it. Sends it back in towards the net. Kicked out by Westfold. Two minutes to go here in the period. Kaiser intercepts the pass, loses it at center ice. Ames has switched on that exchange. They finished their line change here. Long pass flipped ahead, no icing is called. Burke's going to get there first, but does he have support? Keeps it in the corner, both forwards headed straight for the net. Bending back to Kaiser. Kaiser chips it ahead, deflected, puck loose. Cleared by Flyers to the half wall. Main there. Can't keep it in. Oh, it does keep it in. Centering pass. Nobody in front for the Bucs. Shizzle retrieves it. Turns around. Hits the side of the post. 4 Flyers are standing there. Puck's cleared all the way down, and we're going to get an icing with 55 seconds left to go. They gave Wes the assist on Aiden's goal instead of Graham. Graham got 3 assists and a goal in this game. Graham does. Puck loose, Cam Hens with it. Into the corner with 2 Flyers. Burns comes over to help. Flyers come out with it. Go the other way. Heron stands him up at the blue line. Takes the puck, brings it along the near boards. Plays a pass over to Burns. Burns plays it in off the boards. Heron chases it around to the corner. Lambert with it. Centering pass, Heron to Lambert. Deflected off the goal and saved. It was deflected off of a Fire to the backside and covered up by Dom. 8 seconds to go here, 7-4. Face-off win, back to Hentz. Hentz sends it into the face-off dot. Walks, tries the centering pass. There's a shot. Big save by Westfold as the period comes to an end. Good opportunity by the Bucs. Great save from Dom. And this exciting second period comes to an end. Bucs on top 7-4. We're back for the final period Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of stuff going on in the last period. We're going to do the third period here. Bucs on top, 7-4, both sides full strength. Center and shot gloved by Ford. Held for a face-off. Oh, Walker flicked it on ahead. Beats the flyer down, goes into the slot. Can't get a good control of it. Finally gets a shot deflected wide to Reckhemper. Walker still with it, over to Walked. Walked with the shot. Blocked by Dom, couldn't hold it with the glove. Fires clear. Reckhemper comes out with it on the near side. Puck goes into the side of the net. Backhand attempt. Deflected in front. Walker's shot misses wide of the net. James Walker is happy at the moment. Oh, Ewing's pass intercepted by a flyer in the slot. Big save by Ford on the rebound. Puck still not cleared. Ewing kicks it ahead. Bucs are changing behind him. Ewing with a zero angle shot to the side, held for a whistle. Chaos line out for the Bucs. Benning at the half wall, plays it up to Tice, over to Hazel. Hazel's pass up to Shizzle blocks. Puck is loose. Burke at center ice, tries to turn and go. A couple Bucs collide with the flyer. They come out with it, over to Tice. Up to Burke. Back to Shizzle, gains the zone. Back into Burke. Burke shot. Goal! Evan Burke gets his second of the game with a 5-hole shot. Great assist from Shizzle. Bucs go up 8-4. Sorry about that. Face-off happened. Flyers had a shot. Uriah made a save. We're back at a face-off. Long shot from the point. Goes through the crease into the side corner. Flicked ahead. Burke forechecks. Can't control it. Flyers with it in the high slot. Knocked away to Burke. Burke ran up against the board. Still with it. Pulls up the half wall. Avoids the big hit. Still with it. There's a shot on net. Excuse me, a pass to Shizzle. Shot on net. Dom with the big save. Puck is loose. Referee blows the whistle. We're up to 8-4. Bucs on top, 12 to go. One more goal and we get to a running clock. Not that I want to leave Sioux City any earlier than I have to. But if we're up this early, we might as well get home. Kaiser's shot goes through the slot. Burns pushed up against the board. Heron there to retrieve the puck. Backhands it along the wall to Lambert. Lambert back to Heron. Heron tries to get it over to Kaiser. His pass is intercepted. Ames going to go with it. Stick handles in front. Backhand to the side of the net. Heron retrieves. Pass out to Lambert, over to Burns. Burns with it in the face-off dot. Takes a shot, deflects, bounces into Dom's logo. Shot on net, hit a flyer as they were going by. Misdirected straight down. Heron wins the face-off back to Kaiser. Kaiser shot from the slot, deflects wide. Rebound attempt by Burns. Missed the side of the net. Flyers regroup. Clear out of the neutral zone. Now into the defensive zone. No stick handling. Ford with a big save. That opportunity. Lambert up to Heron. Clears the zone. Forechecks. We're going to get offsides. Puck was held up right on the outside of the blue line. Lambert over skates. So we'll have a face-off at neutral ice. Hat trick alert for Walker, Burke, and Burns. Each sitting at 2 goals. Heron and Lambert with the other 2. Puck up in at the point, walked Walker. Now Rick Hemper joins the fray. All 3 forwards there. Keeping it in at the blue line. Ewing sends a high pass over everybody to the far wall. Hence there. Plays it up ahead. Gets met at the blue line. Loses possession. Comes back. Rick Hemper with the shot. There's another knuckle puck. That's right. From the point. Bounced in front. Walker centering pass. Nobody there. Hence at the high slot. Whips a shot. Ewing with it up to Walker. Walker works his way to the slot. Tries to get a shot off. Can't get there. There's a shot from the slot. Hard hit. Puck is still loose. Whistle's blown. Referee didn't see it. Walked is down. The Downs Buccaneer getting up slowly. .9:30 left to go here in the third. Bucs on top 8-4. Hence with it into the offensive zone, into the dot, backhands it to the slot, can't get there, backhand attempt from Walker, blocked in front. Ewing can't control the pass, he's in a foot race with the flyer on the backside. Rick Hemper also back checking. Center pass doesn't find anybody but a buck. Good hustle by Rick Hemper to get back. Ewing up to Walker on a breakaway, here comes a post. Oh, he misses completely. Takes a shot for his troubles behind the net. Puck comes to neutral zone, gathered by Rick Hemper. Over to Ewing, flicks it ahead to Walked. The Bucs are changing behind the play. We're gonna get an offsides right in front of the Ames bench with 8:30 to go. Burke with it along the near half wall. Center to Shizzle. Met in front. There's a shot. Misses wide by Benning. Looks like it was deflected in front. Ames going all the way with it. Shot goes high over the net. Ames still with possession. Flicked ahead. Shizzle there up along the far boards. Over to Benning. Puck is still loose at the side of the net. And Dom covers it up with 7:30 to go. It's not the time for this song. There was no icing. Move on. Come on. Playing some Vanilla Ice. Heron wins it back to Hazel. His shot blocked by a defender. Lambert gets it. Loose in front. Puck along the far wall. Burns intercepts. Zone is cleared. Lambert poking at it, gathered up by Hazel. Zone cleared. Ames has to clear. Aaron pressuring the forecheck. Hazel flicks it in. We're going to go. Nope, no offsides yet. Heads up play by Lambert. Keep it out of the zone. But it ended up in a turnover. Covered up by Uriah. Held. 6:24 left. Long pass, Walker giving chase along the far boards, and we're going to get an icing call. And go the other way. Shot in front, knocked up by Ford, bounced harmlessly away. Gave rise to the crowd here. Walked up to Walker, streaking down the center. There's a shot from the high post. Didn't hit post, hit the glass behind though. Shot deflected in front. Red Kemper there, can't get a shot off. Walked with the shot. This is wide, bounces off the back wall. And Westfold's going to cover it up. Bucs out shooting Ames 45-17 in this game. Seems about accurate. A lot of putback attempts. Dom's been doing fantastic. Shot deflected in front. Goal. Walker gets the rebound. It might be coming. Walker gets his third of the game. No hats on the ice. Congratulations to the rest of us at the next home or at the next hotel tournament. Burke also has an opportunity at a hat trick. Bucs on top 9-4, but more importantly, we are now in running clock phase. So 4.5 to go in the game. Kaiser can't clear the ice. Main's pass behind Benning. Tips it on ahead along the near boards. Still with it over to Burke. Burke shot misses wide of the net to the right. Centering pass off the thumb stick in front of the slot. Bucs were changing on that. Hence stops it at center ice. Benning plays it on ahead. Shizzle with an opportunity. Shot eats into the logo. We get an icing call here with 3:13 to go and counting. Flyers win the face-off, cleared the zone, hence they're in front of zone bench. Plays it up to Burns off the official. Heron with it over to Ewing. Ewing back to Heron off his skate. Ames clears the zone up ahead to Lambert. Lambert to Ewing. Ewing tries to get it to Heron. Hence with it now along the near boards. Outlet to Heron. Heron's pass to Burns. Intercepted by a Flyer. Going the other way. Heron back checks. Delays. Ames is pass to Lambert. Misses his mark as Ames was changing. Brody Burns on a hard forecheck. Hence with it. The blue line over to Ewing. Ewing stands his ground. Burns there with Lambert. Gets it taken away. Ames tries to go the other way. Ewing stood up at the blue line. Hence with it. Flyers bat it back. Minute 10 to go here in the game. Bucs clear the zone. There's a shot off Ewing. High up in the glass. Hence under a minute to go. Bucs on top 9-4. Icing waved off as the puck never gets to the end line. Walker sends it in deep. Walker's going to give chase. There's a shot on net by Walker, blocked in front. Walk's shot misses wide. Tice with a shot from the point. Flex up and in. Ooh, just on the backside. It's the post, goes away. Ames going the other way. We're going to get an offsides, and that's going to end the game here. Running clock. Bucs are going to take this one 9-4 over Ames. 50 shots on goal to 17. Walker with his hat trick. Burke and Burns with 2. Heron and Lambert with the remaining 2. Thanks again, everybody, for watching this morning. Appreciate it. Coming up next for these Bucs is a home tournament Friday night at the Recplex at 7:15, 7:30-ish. We hope to see everybody there supporting our Bucs. Until then, have a great weekend. Rest of the weekend. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Go Bucs.